Hey everyone, welcome back to another Unite video. I got something interesting for you guys today. We're going to be playing Lucario, but not the conventional Lucario. Now we know there's two main types of Lucario. We have the Extreme Speed Bone Rush Lucario, getting those resets, as well as the Power Punch Close Combat Lucario, which can pick off very squishy enemies from the back. Now, today we're going to be playing a mixture of both. And I'm going to be telling you in a bit why we're going to be choosing this set for this game today. But let's quickly talk about the build I'm using for my Lucario. Now, in this game, I was running Muscle Band, Weakness Policy, and also Attack Weight. For me, this is just the optimal 3 items to use for Lucario to, I guess, balance both being a little bit more tanky than usual, but also having the ability to dish out some major damage. Now, the battle item I'm using is Eject Button. Normally, I would say that if you're just playing Extreme Speed Lucario, Full Heal is probably the best way to go. Whereas if you're playing Power Up Punch Lucario, Eject is probably the best way to go. In this game, I just ran Eject because in Ranked, you never know what you're going to go up against. So I'm just going Eject for me. But in this game, the reason why we are playing Extreme Speed Close Combat is because, look at this, Extreme Speed is so good at just, you know, dashing through enemies, especially when there are birds around, getting those resets, putting out an insane amount of damage over a solid amount of time. Now, normally Bone Rush goes even better because you can get resets on this move. However, the team I'm versing is Mewtwo Y, Zacian, Goodra, Clefable, and Pikachu. Now, this is a team that has insane amount of crowd control. A lot of the moves will stun. And in my opinion, if you're playing Bone Rush with the Extreme Speed here, it's going to be very, very hard to really get those combos down if you're getting crowd controlled every, like, 2 seconds. As you can see now, I am just relentless getting either Sacred Sword CC'd or Electro Web CC'd. So Close Combat actually can help with that because it allows you not only dishing out damage, but you can't be crowd controlled within, you know, the usage of that move. Pup also works as well because at level 11, Pup will be, you know, you will not be CC'd by any of the moves if you've got level 11 Pup. But E-Speed is just so much more fun, and I want to show you in this video how you can combine both and still be able to do over 100k damage. So, we're 7:30 minutes in, we're already level 8, this is an insane start to the game for us. Our Eldegoss did fantastic to get us online. When you see a Lucario that is almost level 10 before the first basement Reggie comes out, it's always a good sign, especially if you're running E-Speed. Now, another advantage of running Close Combat is that look at how fast I can delete these wild Pokemons, these bird spawns off the map. This means I can get to bottom before the Reggie spawns and maybe help my team in that way. Because we've already broken that top path, right? Already scaled up really well. So you can see I'm just panning, looking for my next target here. Pikachu, unluckily, Volt tackles me. But the way Close Combat works is that cone of damage is just so crazy. And Pikachu, unfortunately, will be going down there. I get stuck with 3 people, which is a little bit unlucky. But it gives us, my team, a bit of opportunity to maybe make a play here. Tree goes down. That's a bit of bad luck. And now they're going to be pushing our pad here. That's okay, though. I'll be coming back very, very soon. You can see already 9 levels and a half. So almost level 10, depending on whether we can get this Basement Reggie. My Greninja and Eldegoss are just going to hold this pad for us. So we're going to engage on a refight here. Don't have Unite anymore, unfortunately. But it's a Reggie still, so we definitely want it. As I said, Close Combat does do a fair bit of damage. It is a decent rip for objectives as well. So it gives you that versatility, right? We're kind of trying to play the best of both worlds here. Okay, so we got Reggie still pretty without much trouble here. I'm just looking for these birds, trying to get them off the map as soon as possible. Already level 10, we're panning up top. Obviously, you know, with the tier 1 pad broken, we have the ability to do top and then put a little bit more pressure, maybe break the tier 2 or, you know, distract them and go down. But in this time, I remember I just wanted to take as much farm off the map as possible to starve the enemy team, right? Because something good about this game is if you're behind, the game gives you a lot more wild Pokemon than if you had all your pads up. You can see by the number of yellow dots on the screen. Which means that if you can take it away from the enemy team, then that means you will be able to keep your level gap from closing in. I've got my Unite here to try to look for this secure. That is just so unfortunate with, you know, the combination of the Eldegoss, Unite, and me not able to secure that. Just luck-based sometimes. So we're going to be able to take out the Goodra, but Zacian will take us down as well. But with this build, you can really confirm at least 1 KO most of the time, because you're the fact that you can really pick your target really well. Pup allows you to do similar things, but E-Speed's a little bit harder to catch for the enemy, right? Pup, you're moving really slowly, you're charging up your power-up punch. You can be a very, I guess, obvious target for the enemy team. Whereas Extreme Speed, you can really just use the resets to come around and, you know, go through to the back line maybe without hiding in the bush and waiting for the opportunity. You can really, I guess, create that engagement yourself. And you'll see as the game goes on that, you know, we managed to be able to take down at least 1 or 2 players most of the time. I don't know what the Masquerada is doing here. They seem to be either AFK or disconnected, not too sure. We're level 12 at the moment. It's 4 minutes to go. I'm panning again. Zacian is here. He doesn't pay attention to me. I don't pay attention to him. I'm leaving, looking in the central area there just to see whether there's any more farm. And then we're going to head bottom to try to secure this. We're a little bit late though. Oh! My Eldegoss is the god. So they'll be able to get that in. I'm going to score 25 while they're distracted. And then we're going to try to back. Because if they push here, we have my Unite to defend and possibly get a few picks. So let's see what happens here. You see Mewtwo is already in that Mega form. We're going in. Look at this. I don't get CC'd at all by the Volt Tackle or by the Gravity there. Because I'm in close combat mode. But the damage is too much from that team. No, there's nothing much I can do there. However, like I said before, we do manage to pick up one Pokemon, which is the Pikachu over there with our Unite move. So that's probably the last time we can Unite before the raid fight. But that gives our team an opportunity to either put pressure on the bot pad here, you know, get that 24 in if possible, as well as preparing for that final bit of like pressure, you know what I mean? You know, 3 minutes ago, there's a minute before the final stretch. This is where we either farm up or try to contest this Reggie. I think I see Tree and my Masquerada coming up, so I'm just delaying it as much as I can. We have a couple people uniting here, which is probably not the best of what you can see at 3 minutes. But with post-combat, I don't get CC by the Mewtwo. We're looking to take this. Pikachu, unfortunately, takes it, and that's going to take me down. But what it does is, I guess, in that sense, because I did get taken down by Unite, you know, we always say, get the Unite back. So, tactical KO. Nah, I'm just making excuses here. That was just a bad KO for me, giving them a little bit more levels, which we shouldn't have. But, you know, because they did back off as well, that gives us the opportunity to take down that regular. No one saw that close combat. Don't worry about it. Alright, we're just going to lower this blue buff. I'm just seeing whether my Gren needs it. I'm in core with them throughout this game. So, you know, they're already level 14. So they allow me to get that blue buff. Just for a little bit more, I guess, cooldown reduction. Even though Lucario doesn't really need it at all here. So, we're setting up in the top part here. We have the top pad. So, I'm going to play from the top with my team. I'm just, you know, waiting and checking levels here. We don't want to go in first, because we can see, even with our combo, there's still a lot of crowd control on the enemy team. And without the team backing me up, I'm just going to end here if I don't play carefully, right? So, still looking, still waiting. We know we have the lead. We don't really have to do much. We want to see if the enemy team makes a mistake, and maybe we can get a pick here. I move on to this more aggressive bush behind them. I see the Mewtwo. We combo with the Greninja to take it down. And I can see some Unites being popped off, especially the Zacian Unite. So this gives me a chance to go in. I'm going to take out the Pikachu once again. Quickly eject with my close combat here. And look at this. I'm going to use my birds to heal up, because there was no way I was going to beat a Zacian and Clefable when they have healing. So we back off for the refight here. We still have 3 people on our team. Tree's coming back as well. I'm just going to try to stay alive here. I think I get a little bit caught out here, though, by the Sacred Sword and the Gravity. Not able to dash out. But there's no sweat at all. Look at me. Going away. Backing away. I live to fight another day. It's all good. 50 seconds left. We're still ahead. All we need to do is store this out a little bit further. My main concern now is trying to take off whatever poke they have. Or whatever rip they have from the backline, right? Because we don't want them to do this Rayquaza at all. So I'm aiming for this Mewtwo as much as I can. Here we managed to take down the Pikachu, which is great. But, you know, with the onslaught of Gravity and also the Mewtwo's attacks, that's going to be too much for us. But 20 seconds left. Our Greninja managed to secure it, which is fantastic there. Got a little bit sketchy at moments, but because we're ahead in that, I guess, from the start of that fight, it gave us that opportunity just to play a little bit slower, right? Managed to secure Ray. We get some Hundelburgers in. And that's going to be end of this game. And I think I was even surprised at the damage I was doing. You really underestimate the amount of, I guess, output you can do with close combat. Because if you get a good close combat off, all of the enemy team are getting hit by that close combat. Obviously, your damage will multiply as well. So having a look at the scores real quick. There we go. Comfortable win here. Greninja taking the MVP. And look at that. 112,000 and 37.9% of the team's damage. Normally, if you play a Lucario that is a Bone Rush E-Speed, you're going to have a lot of trouble in this team. But with close combat, you know, you still manage to be... you still manage to contribute to the team very, very nicely. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to have weekly videos coming up. So do hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time.